welcome back with me Nijayanti. My student ID number is 60360. Now, I'm gonna make a vlog and still talking about one of the theory in international relations. Which theory will we discuss right now? Well, it will be constructivism. Have you heard about this theory before? And what do you think about it? Well, now I will try to explain to you about constructivism's theory. So without any further ado, let's go! Constructivism is one of the newest theory of international relations. This is a theory of international relations that questions the basis of international society. It is focusing on the role of ideas in international politics. Unlike liberalism, realism, and Marxism, constructivism is not a rational choice theory. Instead, it suggests that behaviors are shaped mainly by an actor's social constructions of reality. Constructivism explains why two actors faced with the same situations can choose two different policy options based on the social facts they choose to accept or ignore it. For example, realists and liberalists agree that international system is defined by anarchy. Realists claim that anarchy leads to security dilemmas, forcing states to pursue self-help in order to ensure their survival in a fundamentally hostile international system. But liberals, on the other hand, assert that rational states will recognize the futility of competitions, opting instead to build strong regimes to address their shared problems. If states are rational actors with set interests, constructivists argue that they should always act in a predictable way. Constructivists also argues that you cannot understand the world as a set of clearly defined cause and effect relationships. One cause can have many different effects, depending on how it is perceived. They extend this concept to international society, whose anarchic structure elicits different responses from different states. Some hunker down and start arming themselves against potential threats. Others join collective security regimes, hoping for strength and stability in numbers. States, like people, react to their context in different ways, depending on how they perceive their situations. Some do so through isolation and others through engagement. Alexander I, one of the most important thinkers in social constructivism, sums up this idea in a simple statement, which is, anarchy is what states make of it. Constructivists argue that the international society in which we live is not objectively fixed. Instead, they see international society as a product of the social constructions of reality. This means that aspects of international relations like anarchy, sovereignty, regimes, and the security dilemma are products of human actions. These social facts depend on human interactions to make them real. As a result, social constructivists assume that humans are more than rational computers that react to the world we find around them. We create and reproduce the societies we inhabit, and we can choose to change them if our perceptions of reality changes. It is socially constructed by our perceptions of the world in which we live. And then let's move to constructivism's claims. First, there is the link between identity and national interests. Constructivists believe that states' interests are derived from the way they perceive themselves and those around them. A constructivist analysis of a state's national interests therefore requires an understanding of its core values. These values define what the state considers important and will affect the way it perceives other actors in international society. If a state perceives its neighbor as sharing values similar to its own, it is more likely to pursue a peaceful and cooperative relationships. If a state views its neighbor as radically different, their relationship is likely to be competitive or conflictual. And second, regulative rules and constitutive rules shape actors' behavior and identity. These are reminiscent of the English school's rulers of behaviors and rules of membership. Regulative and constitutive rules shape actor perceptions of what is appropriate behavior on the international stage. And then the third, actors' perceptions of what is good and normal tend to become ingrained in international society over time as a part of the life cycle of norms. This traces the evolutions of norms from their initial spread across international society, which is a process called diffusions, to their formal institutionalizations as regulative and constitutive rules. And then securitizations is one example of constructivism in actions, illustrating how actors choose to frame topics as security issues to increase their importance on the global agenda. It means making something a matter of security raises its higher importance and draws the public's attentions. War is a good example of how language can be used to justify a state's use of extraordinary method to pursue its national interests. The war on terror, the war on drugs, and the war on poverty, making these issues into matters of security helps states mobilize public support and suppress oppositions. So that's all what I can share to you about constructivism theory. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and see you on the another vlogs. Bye bye!